Haddonfield, and I'm here with the last video store, and it is late. I just finished watching Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bolorama 2, and it was a fun sequel. It was pretty much just a modern day remake for the most part, but it wasn't bad. It's boobs and comedy and full moon features at its best. So I figured after watching that, we could talk about some other fun number twos that we've gotten over the years. Now, these movies are in no particular order, and like I said, they're number twos, so they don't consist of threes or fours or remakes, sequels, any of that. It's just 10 films that I think not necessarily captured what number one had did in their individual series, but it was a fun time. So we're going to start off with Critters 2. Pretty much the same thing as the first one. Came out just a few years later. We got 3 of our original actors back. Not a bad time. Hatchet 2, which takes place technically right after the first one. I'm a big Adam Green fan. I really like the Hatchet series. We do get a change from our lead, where in the first one we had Tamara Feldman, I think her name was, playing the Mary Beth role, Mary Beth Dunstan. And in this one we have the amazing Danielle Harris, so that's a good time. One of my favorite movies of all times, and it's going to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. With this one, the only person we got that returned, not counting the director, Toby Hooper, but we got Jim Sydow, who played the cook character. It's kind of different tone as the first one, but it's still fun. It has a lot of humor. Bill Moseley made a career for himself with this movie. Leatherface was a little different, but it's not a bad portrayal. I wish Gunnar Hansen would have came back, but we got Bill Johnson instead. But it's still a good time. Super gory. Tom Savini takes over the special effects, so can't do better than Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Bride of Reanimator. Now, Brian Hughes directed this movie. Stuart Gordon had stepped down, but he was still a big part of it. And we get Jeffrey Combs come back, Bruce Abbott, and they just continue their story. And we get the same thing with the cool zombies and the body parts and the awesome kills and Bride of Reanimator. Night of the Demons Part 2. This one's more comedic, where the first one was more serious. But at the same time, it's fun. Angela kind of turns into a Freddy Krueger, where she makes just a lot of puns and wisecracks and what's not. But the demon design looks really cool. We get a nun that likes to sword fight, so that's, why not? While we're riding the coattails of demons, we're going to go with Demons 2. This is pretty much the exact same movie as the first one, but when the first one took place in a movie theater, this one takes place in an apartment complex. Dario Argento worked on this one. I'm pretty sure he just visited the set and threw his name around, but Lamberto Balva, the son of Mario Balva, directed this one as long as the first one. And Tony the Pimp's character comes back as a separate character, but it's always fun seeing him. So Tremors 2, Aftershock, the late Fred Ward, it sucks that we lost him. He was a good actor, and he was great in the first Tremors, along with the second one. And him along with Bert's character, Michael Gross, they're the only two that come back. I wish Kevin Bacon would have come back for this one, but he had a bigger career at this point of time. And I was really looking forward to see them all come back once more, but now we won't be able to get that happen. So, Tremors 2. Next one, Fright Night 2. I always absolutely loved this movie because the first one was just so great. And when I was a kid, I would always rent this one and stay up late. And it was kind of like the first one. We got our 2 stars, Charlie Brewster and Peter Vincent. They both come back, played by Roddy McDowall and William Ragsdale. We get Jerry Dandridge's sister, and she's pretty much just wanting revenge from those two killing her brother. So it's pretty much the same movie, but we get a werewolf with Uncle Rico. So that's awesome. Psycho 2. This movie came 20 plus years after the first one, and it's probably one of the best sequels I've ever seen. Just picks up strong. Anthony Perkins is always amazing, and he just did a great job. And technically, he didn't do anything because, you know, you had the other two characters doing all the killing for him. And the last one, like I said, none of these was in particular order, and I didn't want to really go into depth and review these films because I want to do them all individually at one point in time. But my last one for this list is Sleepaway Camp 2. And again, this one has more of a goofier tone where the first one was more serious and going for shot. But we get Angela Baker. She supposedly had a sex change, and she's continuing her rampage through campers and counselors. Felissa Rose played Angela in the original one, and we get Pamela Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen's sister, who takes on the role of Angela. And it carries over into part 3, and then we get a part 4 that really wasn't completed, and Angela Baker's character, Felissa Rose, comes back for the 5th when we return to Sleepaway Camp, so it's always fun. But thank you for hanging out late with me on a big old Monday night, but I hope you all had a great Christmas. I hope you all have a great New Year. I'll see y'all soon. Please like and subscribe. I love you all. You're great. Thank you. I'm out.